All right, let's see. Am I live? Am I live? I think it says live now. That's pretty cool. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stacey Storino. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the number one place where the more mature entrepreneur who perhaps already has a business going, is learning about how to do content marketing so that they're not just posting a bunch of posts like it's some sort of digital bulletin board, but you're actually doing content marketing to drive more traffic strategically to your business so that you can do more business. Because as an older entrepreneur, you do not have time, and I'm totally feeling that, to just sit there and content market away. So if this is your first time to this channel, I'm in the midst of doing a 31-day live streak every day in the month of January. I am going live and I am doing a little series here to help entrepreneurs kind of reboot their business. And yes, we will talk about content marketing here. Let me see. I'm also going to mention to the students of mine to which this is important. The popularity plan for February is available for purchase. So you can get that at the link that I not only have in the show notes for this video or in the description of this video, but I also put a link down below for you to catch up on that. Also, if you have missed any of the other previous days in this 31-day series, sure, every live stream can kind of stand on its own, but for best results, you want to catch up with all the other videos in the playlist. So I pinned to the first comment down below on the live and on the replay too. I have pinned the playlist into which all of these replays go so that this way you can catch up and you don't have to miss out on anything. All right, so let me really get up my notes. I'm going to, greet all my students who are here right now. Most every day in January 2022, that I'm going live, it should be around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's going up? Oh, hey, Carol says, picking up popularity plan today. Yay. And Christine Pennell Jones is here. So Carol Neal is here. Lenore Love is here. Let me say hi to everyone who's here. Hashtag live, hashtag replay, especially for my replay people. I want to recognize you. I have students all over the world. Hey, Michael Cole, what's going on? And pretty much they are in every time zone. But and almost on every continent. I'm going into my 9th year of being a content marketing coach, so I know what I'm doing. So if this is your first time watching either live or on the replay, hashtag live, hashtag replay. Folks on the replay, you guys know I will thumbs up and heart your video just to show you that I see you and I appreciate you spending this time and investing back into your business. So that's really cool. Okay, so today I want to talk about while most of the content that's in these lives and replays, and while pretty much all of the edited content that's on my channel has to do with content marketing, electronic marketing, not so much IRL or in real life. There are like 2 days during this series. One was yesterday, one is today, where I am going to talk about what you can do in your everyday life to push your business forward as an entrepreneur. Okay. So, and really quickly, you guys know the deal. Give this video a big thumbs up because forget helping me out. It's going to help more people on the live get pinged and say that this video is live. And then once it goes into replay mode, they're more likely to get served up the video on the replay. At least my subscribers will. All right. So today I want to talk to you about a little bit more in real life kind of stuff. And then probably tomorrow onward, we will go back to more just digital kind of stuff, right? But today and yesterday were definitely days where we were talking about what we can do when we're out and about IRL or in real life to keep pushing our business forward. Okay. So, and what I'm going to talk about today, sure, you could do this personally too, but I'm a business coach, so I'm shooting this through the lens for entrepreneurship. And a lot of what I'm going to discuss today can be done in real life as well as digitally, like in Facebook groups and in Discord servers for those that are in there, for anything like that. Reddit threads, any place where there's even comment threads with YouTube videos and or Instagram content creators. There's often these live communities, brand-based communities where you can chit chat and network with them. So, what I'm talking about isn't just for in real life, it can also be used digitally as well. And everything that I talk about is meant to help your business. Sure, you could apply this to help you personally too, if you would like. So, as an entrepreneur, if you've been around my channel for more than a minute, I talk about how you need to drive more traffic to your business to do more business, right? It's not enough to have even just a basic website out there and like super optimize it to be Google friendly. And then, like, you pray that somebody like trips across your website in their SERP or SERP or search engine results page. That's not enough to really drive traffic to your business to do business. It's one thing that you can do and should do to come across as more credible. But honestly, driving traffic to your business to do more business doesn't just come from that, doesn't just come from stuff that you post on social. That can drive a lot more traffic nowadays, especially if you understand how to optimize your content in terms of keywords, long tail keywords, hashtags where applicable, longer hashtags that you could be more competitive with, and so on. Yes, all that can drive more traffic to your business. You could do more business. Email marketing is very important. In previous days, we discussed why you want to have an email service provider like MailChimp or OO or something like that. My coaches and course creators might be thinking of ConvertKit or Entreport, things like that. And yes, you should be driving traffic to your business to do more business with the emails that you send out to the people on your email list. I've said it before, I'll say it again. 3/4 of your sales should come from your email list from month to month. A quarter can come because of your SEO optimized website or your properly optimized content on social or on YouTube or on Pinterest. And that's great. But you can also get higher conversions from like more people joining your social community, more people getting onto your email list, and of course, praise Jesus, getting more sales, right? Because for the more mature entrepreneur, we don't need like more things to do on our list of things to do. We engage in content marketing to drive more traffic to our business, to do more business. And networking, both in real life and digitally, is an important thing to do. So before I start talking about sending you off to folks ice cold out there in the digital world, let's start with something that might be more doable for you. And it might involve more IRL or in real life interactions, or it might involve talking to people on social, especially with the vid and the Rona. Hey, Gene Sharkey. Hey, Ann McDonald. What's going on? Especially with the vid and the Rona. A lot of people are, laying low right now and they're doubling down on social. Plus, depending upon where they are in the world, it's crappy winter weather out. Like where I am, it's like 0 degrees right now. And with the wind chill factor, it's at -7. So a lot of people are probably not going to be out and about either at all today in real life or not for very long, right? So social can be a great way, even with people who back in the day when there wasn't social media, you might have had inside your network. So let's start you guys off by thinking about the fact that whether it's in real life and or digitally, right? You need to be increasing your circle of influence, right? Because the more people that you know, the more people can spread out word of mouth about your business and its offerings. And or if it turns out they're an ideal customer of yours, you knew it going in, they knew it going in, or you were talking about what it is that you're doing nowadays, and they're like, oh, I need that, or I know someone who needs that. You can't discount your pre-existing network to get more business from them. And I know that sometimes pre-existing students of mine will go, but everybody knows what I'm doing. And I would say to you, do they? Because, if you're not posting about what you're doing with your business on social, even on your regular personal social handles, from time to time at least, then do they really? Because everybody's carrying themselves around 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They might be thinking of you, and the closer they are to you in your network, their relatives, their loved ones, their close friends, sure, they're going to think about you more, but everybody's all into their own facts and circumstances and drama more. So if you're not kind of constantly putting it out there that you have your business, that you're working your business, what you're doing in your business, people can forget, or they think that that was some sort of fascination you had 6 months ago, but by now, aren't you on to something else? Aren't you like that? Wink, wink. They think you're like that. So do be careful with regular social media personal accounts. You do want to be tasteful and not be too pushy or salesy. And I'm not saying you should necessarily post all your sales announcements there. Like once in a big blue, you can. I would say that you are safe, because people are like, well, how much personal versus how much professional before it's a turnoff with the average person, right? I would say about maybe 10 posts to every one post that you're doing business wise. Because honestly, especially when you're a self employed entrepreneur, maybe you're doing all or most of your work from home, it's totally okay to be like, here I am at work, and you're talking on a mic if you're a coach or a course creator, or look at all the new things I'm shipping out the door today. So excited that I have all these happy customers, makes my life complete. That's the sort of post where you remind people who are engaged with you on social enough that you really do have a business, that it really is working. And sometimes they see like behind the scenes, I'm busy at work. That isn't salesy. That's just showing people you're having your business life, because Lord in heaven knows they'll post about their office or their business life or their drama and trauma. Hey, Marissa Parsons, what's going on? So, you can do that without being salesy. You can, be like, I created a product for my products based and or handmade business folks. You can post a picture of something that you created that you're especially proud of and post it and say, I love doing what I do for a reason, or this product's really popular with my people. I'm very happy. And it's social posts, it's keeping people apprised of what you're doing, but you would be surprised how many sales that you can get, even if somebody contacts you in the DMs on Instagram, let's say, or via Messenger on Facebook. I have to tell you that for a long time in the beginning, when I was building my coach and course creation based business, I could post a YouTube video, and or I could post a post about helping somebody out. On rare occasions, my clients would be like taking a picture with me at a coaching session. This is years ago. And, people would contact me behind the scenes and say, what kind of coaching do you do? Or, oh, I saw your YouTube video. You're a coach for business owners. I'm in direct sales. Could you help me? Or, we have a car repair shop. What could we do with social media? We wouldn't think that that's really social. You would be surprised when you are letting people in just your digital network know what you're doing. They're like, sometimes they will request on their own behalf or on the behalf of someone else. But if you act like you are in the witness protection program, hey, Tobago Crafter, what's going on? Good to see you here. But if you're acting digitally and or in real life with your inner circle or your network of people socially, if you're not reminding people once every, I don't know, it's not a white line or a bright line, every 10 posts or so, every day or every couple days on your social, if you're not letting people know what it is that you're doing, then they're just going to think that you had a little fascination. Now it's over, or they're going to think, this is your little hobby. They're not going to think that you're taking it seriously. So I wouldn't have everything be business, business, business. Ideally, have a very healthy balance where it's way more social, whatever you would normally share socially on your personal social accounts. And then like I said, 1 out of every 10 or 8 posts can be about what it is that you're doing. And that's really cool. Also, before we go any further on social, on your personal social account, like on Facebook, when you're setting up your bio for, like, say, your account slash timeline, right? Do you let people know that you're the owner or the CEO or whatever of your own business? Or, you don't even link that business there. Like, Facebook will let you link to a website in your bio. You can, let people know you have a page or a group for your business. You could also take that timeline banner on Facebook, for example, and, even though it's your personal thing, you can show people what it is you do for a living. And if they want to get a free coupon, or for my coaches, course creators, like a freebie, you could put, like, you could put the link to get it in that post. When you upload a banner, like an image for your banner, you could put, like, click this click the banner, and if they click it, it opens up the social media post that contained the picture that you uploaded, and you can put a caption with a clickable link to MailChimp or OWO, your email opt-in, and somebody can get stuff that way. I've had students do that, and they were surprised at, like, who washed ashore and when they did it. So please don't limit yourself in terms of your personal network, what you can do to get sales or for word of mouth to spread, because maybe some or a lot of the people that are in your social network aren't your ideal customers, but they may know people who do, and people like to buy from, and people like to help those that they know, like, and trust. So don't have your business be in the witness protection program, even for your personal accounts. You could refer people back over to a business page, a Facebook group, or an Instagram account. You could refer people to your business Instagram account as well, right? So I want you to think today about the group of contacts that you truly have. For some people who do Christmas or holiday cards, like, who's on your holiday card list, right? Um, think about your Franks. Now, if you're in direct sales, you've heard of this before. If you ever were in direct sales, you probably heard of this acronym before. It's friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, parents, and spousal connections. I would always add in coworkers, past and or present, right? Different people have different situations. That's like your more immediate group of people. So if you're not in real life having the opportunity to chat with them about what you do, like, of course, show interest in them, and then when they're done talking shop about their lives, how often is it that you go, oh, and I've been running my business too, and this is what's cool about it, or this is what's selling about it. Again, I can't tell you how much in real life or word of mouth wise my business grew, especially in the beginning when I didn't have much of a social media practice. Back in, like, say, 2013, I didn't have such a big social media presence, I should say. I would get quite a bit of work, word of mouth, back, especially when I did one-on-one coaching for business owners, and eventually it really, I narrowed my focus down to content marketing for business owners, right? So I got a lot of work in real life. And I have to ask you, even if you're not like a coach or a course creator or a services based business, what are you doing to kind of get yourself out of the witness protection program with your business in a way that's tasteful and personal and not too much? And in a way that in real life it's tasteful. I've had some students get, like, those car stickers that you can get, or like those car tattoos or whatever. And, like, on the glass, they put their website for their business. You're stopped at a red light, someone's bored, they may look you up. Or you don't want to do that, you can get, like, a license plate frame made up with the name of your business up top and the website underneath, and then your license plate, of course, is seen in the middle. Things like that can work. Yesterday, we talked about other ways that you can scatter the seeds of your business throughout your everyday chore running life, so that this way you never know what's going to take root. So, you want to expand your circle of influence, right? You want to be also thinking about, when it comes to electronically, I mentioned this before, I'll close the circle on, or I'll close the loop on it now. you've got to think about your ideal customer. Whom does your business serve, right? What's their main pain point, right? And then what do your offerings do to get people out of pain and into pleasure? Number one, if you can't think about your business running it through that filter so that you could tell me or anybody else in like 1, 2 sentences max, your business serves this type of person, who is this type of need to give them this type of a result. If you can't say that about your business, about your brand, you've got a fuzzy business concept anyway. So no wonder why your results are fuzzy at best. You don't get any sales or many sales from month to month because you can't even communicate in videos, live streams, and replays, your social media posts, like what it is and who you're for, right? And what you can help them do. So, why do I say this? Because once you're really rock solid on those three things in that order, we can't sell to everyone because when we try to sell to everyone, we end up selling to nobody, right? That's an old maxim for a reason. It's the truth. Even when you narrow down your niche, because as they say, the riches are in the niches, what's the next step? What's the main pain point that you can help that niche solve? Pick only one, especially when you're a beginner. When my students get to multiple 6 and 7 figures, they can certainly spread things out. But when you are having a hard time with proof of concept, you can't get many or any sales, or the only people who buy from you are your friends and family. You can't get true proof of concept by doing content marketing and driving strangers to, say, your website or your sales pages or whatever, at your shop or whatever. If you can't get money from strangers from month to month, you do not have proof of concept. You need to do whatever it takes to get the kinks out of the hose of your business. And maybe it's understanding more specifically who your ideal customer is, that one main pain point that you help that ideal customer solve, and how your offerings get them out of pain and into pleasure so that they can get a certain result. I don't care if you sell baby booties to people who are going to be grandmas and they're buying stuff for their kids for gifts or shower gifts. You can still run it through that filter where you get really clear on your business, and that drives your content, and not just the content you create, but the keywords that you use in the captions, right? Just 1 second, guys. I will be right back. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. So thank you. Thank you for your patience. Just want to make sure about something really quick. It is a Saturday where I am. Okay, so once you understand what your person is, who your person is, the words they use, the keywords that they'll search on, the hashtags that they'll search on, and what that has to do with their pain point, you can also optimize in terms of keywords and hashtags that have to do with that pain point. So when you create content as a business owner, if you're going to go through all the effort of creating content, you don't want it to sit there and collect digital dust. You want it to be pulled up by the ideal customer who is looking for the products or services or offerings from a business like yours to help them get out of pain and into pleasure, right? So when you understand your ideal customer, when you understand that main pain point, you understand your ideal customer enough. Here's where the networking comes in digitally. You understand what kind of Facebook pages they're going to follow, what kind of Facebook groups they join. The Facebook pages are probably more the types of businesses that are competitors of yours. So, yeah, you should be looking at your competitors and how much of a following they do or don't have. Sure, you should look at the type of content that they're creating and what takes off in terms of engagement and comments and what doesn't. You should read the comment threads to understand your ideal customers more. What do they like? What don't they like? And the same thing in groups. But when it comes to, say, Facebook groups, you are probably looking into joining Facebook groups to start networking with your ideal customer. But the Facebook groups are probably groups that have to do with their main pain point, right? That intersecting interest that would connect them to a business like yours. If you guys are getting any value out of this, by the way, please give this video a big thumbs up. Forget how it makes me feel. It's going to push this live out to more people while we're live, and on the replay, it's going to be more likely to serve this up to people who are at least subscribed to me so that they think they can see the replay and get value out of it. So I really, really appreciate it. All right. Thank you. I see the likes starting to go up now. And again, it has nothing to do with how it makes me feel. It's just in service to other students of mine that I'd like to see this video. So when you know, as you sit here right now, presuming your ideal customer is on Facebook, if they're millennial or older, they have some sort of presence on Facebook, especially if they're white collar, professional, better educated, better compensated, they are still very likely going to be on Facebook for some of the day. They may also spend a lot of time on Instagram. They may also spend increasingly more time on TikTok because TikTok, since last summer, has been more adults than children on it. And the numbers continue to grow, especially for Gen Y and especially for Gen X. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. When it comes to Facebook, more likely than not, your gainfully employed adults with money to spend will be on there. Can I ask you right now, would you know what kind of Facebook groups your ideal customer would join to talk shop about their pain point? So if they're trying to lose weight through keto, you should know, and say you're a coach or a course creator, or you somehow create like physical products and or handmade products for folks that are in the weight loss community. Maybe something more narrowly focused that's keto-esque. Maybe it's t-shirts with, keto on it. Maybe it's products with keto on it. I'm just making this up. But coaches and course creators too. Do you know where to find congregations of your ideal customer? Because you can do a lot of networking there. Okay. And that's the truth. You can do a lot more networking there. I would never, you usually have group rules. You should read them. You should abide by them. You're not going into these Facebook groups to network and to expand your social circle and to expand awareness about your business. You're not going in there to be salesy because most groups prohibit that. If for some reason they encourage it, great, but most groups prohibit that. So you're like, why would I go in there? Remember what I said earlier, your Facebook bio in this example should be optimized. So if someone were to start saying talk shop with you in one of these groups, they're going to look you up in Facebook. Most of them will at some point, even early on. If they look you up on Facebook and they see your banner says that you're this kind of business owner and click here to get a freebie or a coupon, they see your bio and they see that you're a business owner. Maybe they can click and go right to your website. Sometimes when you're talking to people, you're giving them tips, tricks, techniques. You are inspiring them. You're talking shop with them and they go, oh, this person understands me. They either were somebody like me or they understand somebody like me with this particular problem. I want to get out of pain and into pleasure this way, right? I mean, they may not be thinking exactly those words, but I'm really curious, who the heck is this? And they're going to open up another tab in their browser. And then your account, your personal timeline, and your banner and your bio makes it clear what you do, makes it clear what your business does. Don't you think that person is going to be more likely to go, oh, I'm at least going to friend them or send them a friend request? I might, if I'm really so inclined, tap on that banner. It's going to open up that social post. I'll click on that link and I'm going to get a coupon, or a freebie or whatever. How many of you, if you feel like being honest about it, have ever really looked at networking and spreading awareness about your business that way before? Because yes, there's what you can do on your personal social in a way that's tasteful. And we talked about that. And of course, in real life, are you kind of in the witness protection program about your business with your friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, parents, spousal connections, and coworkers past and or present, right? So your everyday in real life network, are you working that? Are you working your social tastefully, sparingly? Are you going and networking so that more people can friend you, talk shop with you? Same thing on Instagram. You could do it. If you really understand who your ideal customer is, then you know what influencers they follow on Instagram, especially in connection with that pain point. So then you're very likely to see comments, at least on some of the posts, where people are talking shop or what they like or what they don't like or what they wish this influencer, this business, or whatever industry would serve up for them. Not only are you getting really good intel, but if you comment back without being sleazy, right, or smarmy, again, they're likely to look you up on Instagram and see from your personal account. You're allowed to say what you're doing in terms of your business. Or if you're going under a business handle, they'll look up your business account or profile and go, oh, that's why they understand me so much. That's why they're giving me this advice or this kind of feedback. That's how come they can talk shop with me about this pain point or this intersecting interest. They get me, they are me. They're here through their business and their offerings to serve me. And on Instagram especially, people go there to learn about brands, to consume their content, and to be able to make buying decisions based upon the content that they see and the conversations that they have on Instagram. So Bridget said, oh, had to break up a cat fight, but they are fine in timeout, no blood. That's really good. Bridget, I'm glad that they're fine. And Lenora says, my business is in the witness protection program with friends and family. Hashtag loser. Lenore. Hashtag love your honesty. But you're not a loser, Lenore. I mean, that's why I have this day, because for every person who watches this live or on the replay and goes, duh, I'm doing all this stuff, or there's one or two, really cool like tips. Okay, I'll do them. I'm an implementation beast. Fine. I'm going to make sure that I freshen up even my personal bios. I'm going to make sure that I have my banners, like even on Twitter. Oh, Twitter, even for a personal account, let alone a business account, you can do the same thing and have a banner that drives people to the link in your, your bio or your about, and then they can get on your email list, right? At least they understand what you're doing. So if you're on Twitter socializing, whether you're talking shop or not, people are going to encounter you as you're digitally networking. And then they're going to like pull up your personal Twitter account. Your banner should say who you are, you're a business owner, what you do, and who you do it for. Your about or your bio, whatever the various platform parlances are, should be able to put people wise to who you are, what you do, who you do it for, and what kind of outcome they have. I know it sounds like trite or it couldn't possibly be this simple, and I'm not promising it's going to work every single time, every single post, every single day, but it is stupefying how many referrals I got and how many messages and DMs and stuff I got just from working my social and or talking to people in real life. If we underestimate the value of both our digital and in real life circle of influence, we're leaving money on the table, either from them directly or from folks that they can send our way. I kid you not, I don't lie. I got a really good, strong start just working off my in real life network and just, posting my YouTube videos, because that's where I did a lot of my heavy duty content marketing from, even going back as far as 2013-14. I changed channels because I decided to kind of like tweak what I was being a coach for a bit more. Plus, I was like, there's so much ugly crap on this channel. I'll just start over somewhere else, which I did. But Twitter. Gonna have to watch the replay, witness protection. Yes, you do. So so does anybody have any questions about what I discussed, for those of you who've been here for all or most of the live? Because I'll wrap this up. This was a simpler point today, but it is very powerful. Because if I have 10 people sitting on a live stream, I promise you that at least 2 of you are going to feel like Lenore does, that she kind of had her business in the witness protection program. Ooh, for my product space people, don't forget, if you're giving out life event gifts, birthday gifts, holiday gifts, they should always be your stuff. You really shouldn't be buying from anybody else. And whatever kind of inserts, business cards or whatever, put it in there. And for every person who goes, duh, like, there's going to be other people who go, I just don't think to do this. And I don't want to be too in anybody's face about my gifts or my products. What about my coaches or course creators? It's not off the wall to say, hey, to somebody, my time has a value. I charge 150 bucks or 300 bucks an hour. I'm willing to, I'm willing to give you like a free session or something. Don't laugh. One of my earlier students, she was an organizing coach. So she could sell content, she could sell digital downloads, and then she sold her services. She had no problem saying, especially to friends and relatives, instead of buying you more birthday junk that you don't need, you're going to get 2 hours of my time, you know, and actually help them organize, right? So your time, your gifts, your products, your services, your offerings, all have a value. You should be giving those things out all the time as gifts. Save your money, help other people. They're going to love you and either buy more, use you more, whatever fits, and or they're going to be referring people out to you. So Lenore says, I don't discuss or share my business with my relatives. And my friend saw my sales page and she looked at me side-eyed because it's so opposite of me in real life. It's pink, pretty, and sugary. Well, gee, Lenore, does that have to do with your ideal customer? Or is there a disconnect between your ideal customer and that? Because I'm going to be honest with you, your friends don't pay your bills, I'm going to guess. And there's going to be some people who don't get it, especially when you take your business out of the witness protection program in real life through your social accounts, your personal social accounts, and then, of course, your business accounts. If you don't talk about your business and your business accounts, then your business accounts and content marketing is like way off in the yonder. And we all think that that's where it should be. And that's where it should be all the time. But also in our personal lives, we're allowed to talk about what it is we do for a living. How many of you have friends on Facebook or you're following each other socially on Instagram or whatever, and on Twitter, where they're posting like updates about like, I won an award, or I had a big win at work today, or I had a bad day at work today, or my boss bought me flowers for administrative assistant day, or whatever. That's too sexist nowadays. I'm sorry, folks. Read in whatever's, love all, hate none. Read in whatever's applicable, okay? But just because some of your friends and or some of your family members are going to give you the side eye, you can't just shut down because of them. They're not paying your bills. They're not living your life. And you see all their posts, or at least a lot of them, you give them support. Never do a favor for a favor. But what I'm saying, so don't support them hoping they'll support you. Support who you want to. But what I'm saying is, if they don't hide their light under a bushel basket, why should you do that? So yes, on your personal accounts, you should have much more posts about friends and family and personal life and what you're eating or drinking or whatever. Sure. But one out of every, again, this isn't a bright line thing, but 1 out of every 10 posts, you're allowed to talk about your life as a professional. And, that doesn't, depending upon how you skew that post or what the content is, it's not salesy. It's not salesy at all, especially if you're not saying, buy my stuff. If your friend's happy being a lawyer, how come you can't be happy making baby booties for people? I don't care. If your other friend is happy being a doctor and they run marathons and they live their lives, how come you can't be happy being a home organizer like my friend and client from years ago, Lisa? Lenore says, so I can brag on Facebook when I hit 5,000 subs on my email in a day, or then go hide under the covers. You know better, Lenore. You know I'm not going to tell you to go hide under the covers, but you guys can look at me on my timeline. See, I don't post enough personal stuff. I really should. But then again, I have a raging business going on in the background. So I don't have the time to live a personal life as much as I used to a few years ago. May you all have that problem. May your businesses all be 6-figure, multiple 6-figure, going into 7-figure territory. God or the universe bless you. Okay. But like, if that's not you right now, sure, keep working your social posts. But there was a point, I know I did this, when my YouTube channel hit 1,500 subs a week or two or whatever ago. and I posted it on social, that was something I was proud of. And I did get some people cheering me along. It's okay. And, I had a friend go, I had no idea that you had a YouTube channel. I'll support you. I'll go subscribe. I'll go watch your stuff every now and again. Why not? You're my friend, right? So for every person that gives you the side eye, just remember, they ain't paying my bills. And if you do have an email list that hits 5,000, go ahead and brag it up. Do you understand most wannabe entrepreneurs and beginners, their email list is 100 people or less. When you have 5,000 people who subscribe to hear from you, like Jacqueline Schuster, her email list has got to be like 10,000 people. She had no problem bragging it up a couple years ago when she was over 6,000 people. And the friends and family members and folks like me that wanted to support her on social, we did it. And anybody else is like, whatever, dumb little business, screw them. She's an advanced business owner. She makes money all day long. She loves her business. So just because you're not doctor, lawyer, CPA, C-suite individual doesn't mean that you should be like jumping under the covers and hiding. You're blocking your own blessings when you're too afraid to talk about your benchmarks, your wins, your successes. So sometimes a quick post and just giving a caption, giving your non-entrepreneurial friends like a frame of reference is a good thing to do. Because a lot of them are coming from a place of ignorance. There are way fewer entrepreneurs out there than there are people who are W-2 or employed by somebody else, right? So a lot of people aren't going to really understand why you want your side hustle or your full-time business because they're not coming from the same fund of knowledge and life experience as you are. So I really wouldn't sit there and prejudge what your friends and family are going to do. And like I said, social really should be predominantly social. Okay, if you're like me, you practically don't have a social life anymore because it's like work, work, work. But thank God my business is that busy, right? But I probably should put up more social pictures. But honestly, anybody who really knows me in my personal life, they know that I have a big business and I'm working it along, right? And I have a team and stuff. And for those that don't know, I'm not concerned about it. But yeah, post your wins and give your friends and relatives a frame of reference of how that's really a big deal that you hit. Like when I hit 1,000 subs in 10 months, I not only posted something like, say, on Facebook, for example, on my timeline, where friends and family, most of them don't, they're not YouTubers or they're not self-employed. I put the post up there saying, hey, I made 1,000 subs in 10 months on YouTube. And in the caption part of it, right, because that was a graphic or visual, in the caption part of it, I gave them a statistic that showed that for most people who hit that number, it takes them 2.5 years to do it, not just 10 months. So I'm really excited. And most people don't hit that at all because they give up. They give up. I posted 15 videos. How come I don't have at least 100 subs by now? Because it takes time. It's a very mature, competitive platform, right? So your friends and family might not understand until you give them a frame of reference to do it. And some will and some won't. And so what? And keep going. But again, Lenore and everybody else, you have no idea how many people might not say anything in public, but will reach out in the messages on Facebook or through the DMs on Instagram to say, hey, you know what? I don't want this to be everybody's business, but I need your coaching or I need your course or I need your services. Like for my friend Lisa, who is the organizer, most people don't want to be like, I'm a total slob, Lisa, on her post. Please save me. Most of them would reach out to her privately. So from the outside looking in, she'd occasionally get people who would say, oh, help me, or can I DM you? But most of them are just going to be like, I'm so ashamed, and just, do the private walk of shame behind the scenes, right? So Lisa makes plenty of money that way. So products, services, coach, course creator, handmade products, I don't care what you're selling. Don't go into the digital witness protection program on social about it, even on your private accounts. And don't go into the witness protection program in real life either. Okay, so if you missed any of today's training, I would definitely encourage you to circle back. If you're getting the popularity plan, the cart closes on that actually tomorrow. So I put the link down below in the show notes, both live and on the replay. It's in the link while this chat's still live. If you missed any of the 2022 Entrepreneur Business Reboot Advice live stream into replays playlist, we have the playlist for it, and that will be there for you to catch up, because every single one of these live sessions that I'm doing in January 2022, sure, they could stand on their own, but for best results, you want to watch all those videos because we kind of introduce concepts, and a lot of these other videos, we're building up on them. All right, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So if you want success, be proud and attract success on behalf of yourself personally and professionally. If anybody says anything to you in your personal life, by the way, really, really quick, I have a friend, let's see, Adwa Cooper. Some of you may know her through Handmade Titan University, for those of you who have access to that. And Adwa would tell you, if you asked her a couple years ago, she and I were having a conversation about business, because she was watching some of my coaching stuff. I believe I'm remembering this conversation correctly, but I do know that she said that she's like, you know what ticks me off? You would think my friends and family would be more supportive of me, because once in a blue moon, I do post about my business or a win or whatever. And, either it kind of goes over like a lead balloon, or that gets less engagement than some other posts that I have, about anything else. And it kind of offends me, because if I were them, I should be cheering me on more. And I said, well, have you never gotten somebody who's ordered something behind the scenes? Yeah, it can happen. Well, also, Odd would think about it. Your friends and family, are they your ideal customers? No, most of them would not be. Okay, so number one, they may not be like, ooh, themselves, but I would keep posting, because who becomes over time your ideal customer? Or who says, oh, this stuff isn't for me? But I know somebody that wants one of those amiguri, creations. They love them. They collect them. Or they like this wrapper. Now that I think about it, this gift would be the perfect gift for someone. I'm going to their 50th birthday party and they want to run DMC. They love to run DMC. I could get them a Run DMC amiguri doll. I know I'm probably mangling that name. So Adwa, I would keep posting every now and again if you care to do so. I wouldn't post all the time about my business, but I would post every once in a blue, because you never know who becomes your ideal customer, who wouldn't admit it out loud, but they're your ideal customer. And if most of your friends and family don't get it, if they're not your ideal customer, they ain't paying your bills. Who cares? And she said that helped her out a lot. Okay, so tomorrow, I do believe we will do this at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to talk about the one technique that a lot of people mess up on, whether they are working their business in real life, they're working their business digitally, whether it's on social, emails, whatever. There's a place that a lot of people mess up where it's like a kink in your income-based pipeline. And when I share this one thing with you that you need to do or do more of tomorrow, I know that it can make a big, big difference. There's even statistics that would back me up. So please make sure that live or on the replay, you catch up with us tomorrow. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you are a more mature entrepreneur that wants to drive more traffic to your business to do more business, and you want to make more money, I can show you how to use content marketing, especially with my pre-recorded videos on my channel. They're all organized into nice little neat playlists. So make sure that you subscribe, click that big bell notification, select all. So this way you can be notified whenever I go live or the next time I upload a pre-edited video. And I'll talk to you guys later. Happy Saturday. Bye.